Say no more. The government is ineffective.
But there are several questions.
And for each and every one of them, the answer will be exactly the same. The current government is completely ineffective and incompetent. I don't support or respect anything they do.
Anything?
That's what I've said, and that's what I believe. In fact, I really don't even want to speak to you anymore because the government just doesn't listen.
The survey is being taken so they can listen.
Unbelievable. The country is going downhill because of them.
And I suppose it would have nothing to do with its negative citizens?
Hi, have you heard the good news of what God has done for you?
Yes, and I'm already a Christian. Why can't you go bother somebody else? In fact, I don't really support your whole approach. I don't think that street witnessing has ever been that effective or good a use of time.
Well, it does work for some people. Take me, for example. I became a Christian because someone did take the time.
I really don't care because I don't have that kind of time. I've got things to do. I mean, you should just know not to bother people like me.
Okay, I'm sorry for bothering you.
You should be. You really misrepresent the majority of all Christians.
I really am sorry.
I I mean, really, I just do not have time for this.
And yet you took the time to complain about it? And just how are you represented?
I'm just making a point.
Something for the poor?
I am the poor.
Oh, sorry. Well, in that case, you can go over there.
I'm not that poor. I don't need charity. Do I look like I need charity? The poor should be out working.
Many are very sick, and a lot of them have no choice in able to work. For those who are trying to turn things around, we provide resources to help find work and get them back on their feet.
Okay. Anything to get you off my back.
You don't have to. You don't want to.
No, I'd look selfish if I didn't. I really just wish people were held to some level of accountability.
Yes, the organization has that in place.
Well, if people would just be responsible, we wouldn't have this issue, would we?
Yes, sir.
I mean, why am I expected to be responsible for the incompetent?
You say that like you're the victim.
Hi, Doug. How are you?
I could definitely be better.
Well, I was hoping to run into you at church.
Why? You all should know that I leave there as quick as I can after service. Standing around and chatting is such a waste of time.
Well, I'll make this quick then. We're looking for volunteers.
And volunteering for things is an even bigger waste of time.
But this is for an outreach event for the children in the neighborhood.
Those little ruffians could use some church.
Exactly. They need to hear that there is love and hope in the world. So, we need people to help.
But we're just wasting our time with that.
Well then, have a good week.
Have a good week? Do you believe this? I mean, whatever they do with that outreach program will be a waste of time.
You don't believe that God can work in the lives of people? Maybe it's because you don't trust God to help change your own attitude.
I am what I am.
Are you sure you're a Christian?
Of course I'm a Christian. How can you even ask me that? You've known me for years.
Exactly. And in all of those years, I've known you to be a complainer. You're never thankful for anything.
I'm thankful for some things.
We're told to be thankful in everything. We're to be thankful for our government. We're to be thankful for our fellow Christians and for the service that they do. We should be thankful when we have an opportunity to serve others in the community as well as in the church. And most importantly, we should be thankful for everything that God has done.
Thank you, but I don't need a lecture from you.
Hey, look, it's Tiny Tim! Oh, not these two again!
Not so fast, chum. We need to talk to you.
Well, give us back and give us your lunch. Fair is fair.
Hey, bullies, come on! Leave the kid alone. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Someone with 2 good legs. Here you go, kid. I'm sorry there's people like that in the world. I mean, can you believe those guys? Making life miserable for someone else just because they're stronger and have things better? What kind of world do we live in? What? What?
You don't see it?
See what?
You've been doing the same thing all day. Oh, maybe not to people who are obviously weaker than you, but yeah, you have. I happen to know that Marianne, the one collecting for charity, has a son missing in action in Afghanistan. She and her husband pray and worry every night hoping for news, but she's out here doing her best to serve God while they wait. And Sarah, she's doing surveys to help feed her family while her husband is out of work. I might not know all of their stories, but what if they're all like that? Just struggling to make it. How do you think they felt today after meeting you? You just have so much to be thankful for. What if you started to give that out? Just think about it.
God, is that really me? What have I let myself become? I do know that all that I have is from you and that I ought to be thankful for it. Could I please have a do-over starting tomorrow?
Excuse me, am I over your time? Oh, it's you again.
Okay, Lord, I need your help. I'm counting on you to change my attitude here. And thank you that you are faithful and that you care enough to want to help us. You know, I think I would like to do that survey.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the government has done some things right, and maybe if I did my part, a few more things could change. I do appreciate when they are to look out for their citizens. Thank you for taking the time to hear me out.
Have you heard that? Oh, sorry, I remember.
You know, about that, I just want to apologize for yesterday. It's nice to see someone who cares so much for the lost. You know, you put yourself out there and you're willing to do that for people who might be struggling. It's encouraging to see, and it even inspires me to do something.
Thank you.
Something for the poor? Thank you.
Thank you. Your organization really does provide a great service to the community. Every little bit helps. We all find ourselves in need or make mistakes sometimes. By the way, too, I really hope that your son is able to come home soon and I can thank him for his service.
Hi again, Doug.
Hi, Miranda. How are you today?
Good.
You know, I've been thinking, that idea that you had for the community outreach, it's a great idea. I just wanted to thank you for the work that you're doing to make that happen. And I want to tell you, when I was a kid, there were people like you who put their time and effort into something just like what you're doing, and it made me know that I was cared about, and it really made a difference in my life.
Maybe we can get together over coffee sometime. We'll talk more about that.
That sounds great. You know, I really need to thank you, too, for being such a good friend. I mean, a really good friend. You've been more than patient, and you had the guts to call me out and challenge me when I needed it.
Excuse me, a moment of your time. I'm taking a survey of the government's effectiveness,
Say no more. The government is ineffective.
but there are several questions.
And for every one of them, the answer will be exactly the same. The current government is completely ineffective and incompetent. I do not support or respect anything they do.
Anything?
That is what I said, and that is what I believe. I don't even want to talk to you anymore because the government just does not listen.
The survey is being taken so they can listen.
Unbelievable. Our country is going downhill because of them.
And I suppose it would have nothing to do with negative citizens?
Have you heard the good news of what God has done for you?
Yes, I'm already a Christian. And, you know, I don't exactly agree with your approach. I've never known street witnessing to be effective or a good use of time.
It does reach some people. I'm such an example. I mean, I became a Christian because someone took the time.
I really don't care because I just do not have the time for this. I've got things to do. And, you know, you should just know to leave people like me alone.
Yes, sorry to have bothered you.
You really should be. You really misrepresent the majority of all Christians.
Okay, I really am sorry.
I mean, really, I just do not have the time for this.
And yet you took the time to complain about it? And just how are you representing?
I'm just making a point.
Something for the poor?
I am the poor.
Oh, sorry. Well, in that case, you need to go over there.
I'm not that poor. I do not need charity. Does it look like I need charity? The poor should be out working.
Many are very sick, and a lot of them have no choice and are able to work. For those who are trying to turn things around, we provide resources to help find where they can get back on their feet.
Fine, fine. Here. Anything to get you off my back.
You don't have to, don't want to.
No, I just look selfish if I didn't. I just wish people would be held to some level of accountability.
Yes, the organization has that in place.
If everyone would just be responsible, we wouldn't have this issue, would we?
Yes, sir.
Why am I expected to be responsible for the incompetent?
You say that like you're the victim.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I could definitely be better.
Well, I was hoping to run into you at church.
Why? All of you should know by now I try to get out there as fast as I can. Standing around and chatting is such a waste of time.
Well then, I'll make this quick. We're looking for volunteers.
And volunteering for things is an even bigger waste of time.
This is for an outreach event for the church in the neighborhood.
Those little ruffians need some church.
Exactly. They need to know that there is love and hope in the world. So, we need people to help.
But we're just wasting our time with that.
Well then, have a good week.
Have a good week? Can you believe that? Like whatever they're going to do with that outreach program is going to be a complete waste of time.
You don't believe that God can work in the lives of people? Maybe it's because you don't trust God to help change your own attitude.
I am what I am.
Are you sure you're a Christian?
Of course I'm a Christian. How can you even ask me that? You've known me for years.
Exactly. And in all of those years, I've known you to be a complainer. You're never thankful for anything.
I'm thankful for some things.
We're told to be thankful in everything. We're to be thankful for our government. We're to be thankful for our fellow Christians and for the service that they do. We should be thankful when we have an opportunity to serve others in the community as well as in the church. And most importantly, we should be thankful for everything that God has done.
Ah, thank you, but I do not need a lecture from you.
Hey, look, it's Tiny Tim! Oh, not these
Not
again.
so fast, chum. We need to talk to
Hey,
you.
give it back and give it to school.
Give it back and give us the lunch. Fair is fair.
Hey, bullies, come on. Leave that kid alone. Why not pick on someone your own size? Here you go, kid. Sorry there are people like that in the world. Can you believe that? Picking on someone else just because they're stronger or have it better? What kind of world do we live in? What? What?
You don't see it?
See what?
You've been doing the same thing all day. Oh, maybe not to people who are obviously weaker than you, but yeah, you have. I happen to know that Mary Ann, the one collecting for charity, has a son missing in action in Afghanistan. She and her husband pray and worry every night hoping for news, but she's out here doing her best to serve God while they wait. And Sarah, she's doing surveys to help feed her family while her husband is out of work. I might not know all of their stories, but what if they're all like that, just struggling to make it? How do you think they felt today after meeting you? You just have so much to be thankful for. What if you started to give that up? Just think about it.
God, is that really me? What have I let myself become? I know that all I have is from you, and I should be grateful for it. Can I please have a do-over, starting tomorrow?
Excuse me, a moment of your time. I'm taking survey of the government. Oh, it's you again.
Okay, Lord. I'm counting on you to change my attitude here. And thank you that you are faithful enough and care enough to want to help us. You know, I think I would like to take that survey.
Really?
Yeah, I know the government has done some things, right? And maybe if I did my part, it would help change a few things. Thank you for taking the time to hear me out.
Have you heard? Sorry, I remember.
About that, I just want to apologize for yesterday and say that it's nice to see someone who cares so much for the lost. It's encouraging to see, and it even inspires me to do something.
Thank you. Something for the poor? Thank you.
Thank you. I realize you're doing a great service to the community. Any little bit helps. We all make mistakes or find ourselves in need. And I hope that your son comes home so that I can thank him for his service.
Hi again, Kevin.
Hi Miranda, how are you doing?
Good.
Listen, I've been thinking about that outreach event, and I wanted to thank you for all your work in organizing that. I remember when I was a kid, and people took up their time and efforts to show me they cared, and it really did make a difference in my life.
Maybe we can get together for coffee sometime and talk more about that.
Sounds great. And I have to thank you for being such a good friend. I mean, a really good friend. You've been more than patient, and you had the guts to challenge me when it was needed.